Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then hi, my name is Erica, and today I'm going to be talking about marriage equality when it comes to disability. Now, I'm recording this video now for a few reasons. Number one, my sister recently got married, and that is not something that currently, even if I was in a relationship, I would not be able to do because of my disability. Number two, it is Pride Month, and I think a lot of times when we talk about marriage equality, we forget that there are other factors involved, such as disability, and that's very important to me that we talk about that. But also, it's just, I was gonna record like a YouTube commentary video today, but I was like, I didn't really want to, so that's why I'm recording this today. But so if you'd like to hear about it, then just keep watching. So if you do not know, here in the United States, which is where I live, currently a lot of disabled people cannot get married. There are no laws against disabled people getting married per se. Like, we're legally allowed to get married, but since my life is a bit more entailed than the average able-bodied person's life, for instance, I need personal care, so I need somebody to come in and help me shower and get dressed and get ready for the day. And also, I need to be on Medicaid for like wheelchairs and other mobility devices. So I need that government assistance just to get by with my daily living. Even if I had a job, which I'm currently looking for a job, but unless the job makes a ton of money, it would not be enough to cover all of those costs. But here in the United States, not only are there incentives for disabled people to work. For instance, a lot of people, especially if they get a job that's decent and it makes like a decent amount of money for people to live, but it's not like a great job where you're making a ton of money, then you may lose your benefits. And so if you need to pay for personal care and stuff out of pocket because most private insurances don't cover that, then a lot of times it's not worth it to accept that job. So that's why a lot of disabled people are either they're unemployed or they try to stick with low-paying jobs so that they don't lose their benefits, which is ridiculous because it keeps disabled people in a cycle of poverty. I mean, not every disabled person is living in poverty. Like, currently, since I live with my parents, I'm not. But if I was on my own, I would definitely not be making enough to make ends meet. Because of the work incentives, I'm disincentivized to work, which is ridiculous. Like, we should still be able to have our basic needs met, even if we have a decent job, but it's not enough to pay for personal care and groceries and rent or whatever. So not only that, let's get that rant out of the way because this video is meant to be about marriage equality, but I can go on a rant about that too. But we're also disincentivized to get married because because when you get married, both you and your spouse's incomes are combined. So if your spouse has like a decent job, but is you're by no means wealthy, but it's like a decent job, and you're married to them, then that can work against you, and it can mean that you will lose your services. And I want to be clear here. While there are significant others and partners out there that will do their partner's personal care, number one, not everybody can do that. What if it's two physically disabled people that want to get married, so they can't really, neither of them can do that personal care work? Number two, like, not everybody wants to do that, and they shouldn't be obligated to provide that for their partner. It's not always fair to have that obligation. And don't get me wrong, there are many relationships where that can work, but it shouldn't be forced upon somebody because there are no other options out there. And it's just like, it sucks that I know that unless the laws change, unless the laws regarding benefits and Medicaid change, then I'm not going to be able to get married. And yeah, you are able to say, oh, well, you can still have like a ceremony, but you just can't be married on paper. Isn't that what people fought against for marriage equality? So why should I just have a ceremony but not be able to have it be legally recognized? And that's bullshit. I should be able to marry who I want and still have my basic needs met. And yeah, I do know there is a like bill working its way through Congress right now. I'm not really sure of the status on it. I can look it up. Let's see. I'm gonna type this in. And don't worry, I will link whatever articles I cite down below in the description box. Sorry, I can't really talk and read at the same time. My brain just doesn't work that way. Okay, I'm typing in marriage, equality, disability. So, okay, this is on Congress's website. And so this bill is called HR 6405. I'm probably not saying that right, but it's okay. And it is called Marriage Equality for Disabled Adults Act. Okay, and it was introduced into the House of Representatives on January 13th, 2022. So it was this year. And the bill says, in the section 2, sorry, I cannot read, apparently, is the elimination of marriage restriction for disabled adult children. I'm kind of confused about that. Are we adults or are we children? That's a genuine question. I'm not even just being facetious here, but maybe someone who's more familiar with law can tell me what that means. I did take a law class this past semester, and let me tell you, I'm terrible with legal jargon, so that's why I don't talk about a lot of the more legal aspects of disability on my channel, just because that's not really my strong suit. But I'm gonna try to get out of my comfort zone. But okay. And it says, conforming amendments are the Social Security Act by striking a husband and wife. So they're changing that. And then it says, notwithstanding paragraph 1 of this subsection, for purposes of determining eligibility for and the amount of benefits for a married individual who is entitled to a child's insurance benefit based on a disability under Section 202, or for the spouse of such an individual, the income and resources of one spouse is deemed to not include any income or resources of the other spouse. So this bill aims to make it so that your spouse's income does not count as your income. So if you are disabled and your income falls into a certain category, so you're eligible for Medicaid, then your spouse's income will not work against you, which is what we need. And it says, would be eligible for medical assistance under the state plan approved if the individual were unmarried, shall remain eligible for medical assistance under such plan for so long as the individual satisfies the criteria described in paragraph 1 and 2. And of course, I think I skipped paragraph 1 and 2. Sorry about that. But so that was something I wanted to talk about, because being a maid of honor in my sister's wedding brought this all to light. Well, I mean, I've always known that I wasn't gonna be able to get married, but it can just be upsetting, because I recently turned 25, and a lot of my friends, including people I went to college with, which is kind of scary, but they're getting married and doing all that kind of adult stuff, and I feel like I'm kind of excluded from it. But to be honest, and this is my own thing, but I don't know if I would necessarily get married, even if I could. But no matter what, I still think everybody should have that option. Like, so that it can be a personal choice whether you choose to get married or not. It should still be an option. But for a lot of people currently, it's not. So hopefully that bill will move through Congress and be passed. I don't know if it will be, probably won't. But let's not be pessimistic here, Erica. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. If you learned something, or if it resonated with you or whatever, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you have not already and you would like to see more of my content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye.